What's up, guys? How's it going? Alright, so today I figured I'd show you guys a tour of the bus. It took us about 2 months to build out in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. I did it at my parents' house. Luckily they had tools. I didn't know a thing of what I was doing. I've never done woodwork and stuff before this project here, but it was a great learning experience. It took a little bit longer than I expected, but that was only because the windows leaked. So I had to seal all the windows up, which took a really long time. But yeah, so I guess I'll go show you guys a tour of the bus here. Let's do this. All right, so here's the stairs here. As you can see, we got a bus with the dual opening door. It's kind of cool. I like it a lot, especially these stairs. I like these stairs because, you know, when it's a nice day, we can park up to the beach and I can sit on these stairs and drink a coffee in the morning or something. But I really wish there was a second front seat here. That was a big downside for sure, but whatever. So yeah, here's the opening. We got the shoe rack here. This is where I keep the dirty laundry up front here too. We got the broom up front. I bought this nice broom holder, put it right up here. And then I built out a wall here on the end of the couch. It just holds a bunch of miscellaneous random things, like a flashlight, lots of candles, nothing really major. But as you can see, it's also an armrest here on the edge of the couch. And so for the driver's seat here, we've got behind here, I've got the visor for the window. I got a table that we can pull out and use. Some reusable bags go in the store. This thing here is a piece of the kitchen countertop, which I will show you what that does here in a minute. And some yoga mats, of course. Keep my water bowl up here. This nice hand knitted holder for the change, which is glued in. And then we have a backup camera here, but it's not connected yet. Then had to go with the 32-inch flat screen here at the front, and we got like a nice little whiteboard where I write down. I used to have my monthly budget here, but I'm about to leave in like a week, so I just erased it. But we usually have like a to-do list, budget. When I get a PO box, I'll write my new PO box address down here so I can get mail. For the 32-inch flat screen, we got it wall mounted back here. I made sure to really secure this, so I put it right into a stud, and we really secured the stud as well. I can't really remember exactly, but it's what it is. Then in here we have the cutout. It's the electrical box. I keep just a lot of wires and stuff in here. See how it's not done yet? But you got all the electrics and whatnot. I was gonna cover this. I was gonna cover this up, but I decided to just keep it open, said fuck it. And then I can also get to the wires very easy if I need to do any work. Here's my rocker switch panel here. So it's a 6-button rocker switch panel. I got one that controls the panel itself, so I can do my charging, my USBs and whatnot. That one controlled the fan, but my fan does not work anymore. So I just use it for ventilation. This one controls my lights, as you can see. And this one controls the water pump. These two, I have not anything for them yet. But yeah, so I got this really nice rocker switch panel. I decided to go for a big rocker switch panel. You know, I really cared about my electric setup in this bus, which I'll get more into in a bit. And then I built this wall out here from scratch because I wanted some more space here. So this is the bathroom. Here we've got we built these 2 shelves for all my vitamins, everything you need just in a normal bathroom, I guess. Toothbrush, mouthwash. And then we decided to keep this open underneath the kitchen countertop. We were gonna cut the kitchen countertop right here and have this opener, but we were gonna have this more open, but we decided that we wanted the extra counter space. So what we did was we just popped the toilet underneath here. So it's a Dometic toilet. It's not a compostable. We just dump it. It's pretty easy actually to dump. Got a 20-pound propane tank back here. Carbon monoxide detector I put right on the wall there. And then behind there's just a mini garbage can and toilet paper holder. And we put a toilet paper holder up there too. And then I run the cord up here to the cooker. And so we just got a normal camp stove cooker. I got one with a grill. They get super dirty super fast, but you know, this one was nice because it's got rubber legs and I don't have it attached at all, and I don't put it down actually when I drive. This thing has never moved. These rubber legs just, see, they just stick to the countertop. It's great. And yeah, we've got a percolator here. Just made a coffee actually, it's the morning. And so we went with a full kitchen setup from IKEA. So we got the countertop here. We went with a double wide sink because I didn't want to do dishes constantly. Like every time you cook, you don't want to do dishes, right? So I went with a really nice double wide kitchen sink here. It fits tons of dishes. And then I just got this little thing here because I found that to fill up this sink to do dishes takes a lot of water. This is much nicer on saving water. So what I'll do is I'll just heat some hot water up with the percolator. I'll dump it into this, and then I'll use, oh, here. So I'll show you this actually. So I'll dump the hot water from the percolator. I'll dump it into this, and then what I'll do is add some cold water, do my dishes. It's pretty simple. And then I've got this here in the window to dry my dishes. I kept the frame open here. I didn't put like a ledge like I did with this window. This window has the ledge. Why did I do that? I did that because I have an extension cord from my inverter right here. So I keep that open just so I make smoothies and stuff in the morning, or anything you need really. If you have a microwave, anything you want to put on the countertop and use, you can connect to the plug there. Right now I have the fridge connected to that plug. So I just disconnect the fridge and then I'll put, you know, my blender on and I'll make my smoothies in the morning for my breakfast, this and that. I'll show you guys into these. So I used this baby child's lock kit I bought here. It's got a magnetic key. So these are magnetically shut, these two. So you just go like this, it goes on the magnet, and then it opens up. See? Fucking amazing setup. So we just got our dishes in here on the top. And then down below, I used this child's lock because the other one actually didn't have a place for me to screw it in. So in here we have a slide out and it's the fridge. We have some space around the fridge too. There's my blender. So for the fridge here, we went with a Dometic fridge because it is great on power, amazing on power. I run this thing 24 hours a day and we never run out of power. And it's got plenty of space in here. As you can see, I've currently got a ton of beer stuffed in there. I've got some smoothie mix. I've got a bunch of different mixes for coffees, hamburgers. I've got some chicken at the bottom. It's all the space you really need. And this thing is great on power. you should go with the Dometic. I know they cost a lot of money. This one was about $700 on Amazon, but it is really, really worth it. I'm telling you right now. And I'll show you over here too. Click open. So this is the pantry. Plenty of space for all our food here in the pantry. We've had it full before, obviously, for big road trips, but it's all the space you really need. And then I have a fruit basket up here, which I've stuck permanently pretty much to the top of this. But first, coffee, of course. And then underneath here, I gotta throw my garbage out. So we have a pretty full garbage right now. And then this setup under here, it's really messy right now, I know. I keep Walmart bags to use as garbage bags. But, so under here, I know the GoPro is not the greatest in dark lighting. We've got the water pump. And then we have a filter here. And then I have an accumulator as well. And so we connected the wires up here and we run this down into like a small gray water tank. We run the sink down into, and then I'll just detach that and take the gray water out and dump it whenever it's full. And then we have enough space for 2 of these Desert Patrol tanks inside the bus. I have 4 more in the trunk. And what I did was I used a quick connect system. So all you do is press this button and the top comes off, see? And then you can take it out, you can fill the thing up with water and then bring it back. Boom, connect it back in. Really simple, really easy. And it doesn't actually take that much power either. So these things are great. I love how they're slim, but they're tall. And it fit just perfectly in here. We'll normally go through maybe, I'll normally go through maybe 1 of these a week, perhaps. So I've got 6 of them, so that's depending on what you use it for. I do my dishes mostly at work right now, since I'm at work a lot. So that's underneath there. That's the bathroom and kitchen setup. We got all this pretty much from IKEA. IKEA is great. And then over here, I didn't know what to put in this really small area over here. So I just went with this like little cabinet I found. And then we got these RV bars here. They're great, nothing ever falls out. And just gave us a little bit more space. Then we put some wallpaper here on the back wall just to make it look a bit nicer. And so yeah, so next I'll show you the living room. So this side here is the living room. We went with an L-shaped couch. We were going to make a pull-out bed here for guests, but I just decided not to. It was a lot of work already as it is. But these all have storage underneath them, which is the great part. So as you can see here, you can lift these up. Plenty of storage in there. This one's only a half because there's the tire underneath. And this one's the big box. I keep all my clothes in here. We've got plenty of storage here. When I was building this out in the design and whatnot, I really wanted an open concept. I really wanted everything to be viewable at all times, as much light as possible coming in, since I only kept 2 windows. And so I wanted to be able to watch the TV from the bed. I wanted to have friends over, so I wanted a big couch and we could all, watch movies, whatever. We could have fun in here. And so we had a going away party in Toronto when we were moving over to BC. We had about 8 people on this couch, and it fit all 8 people perfectly, which was crazy. And then just made a little ledge here. Normally I'll keep green onions whatnot up here. Spring onion, whatever you call it. Oh, and up here we have a fan. Unfortunately, my fan does not work anymore. I've tried to fix it. It doesn't really overly matter to me though. But I usually just open it up when I'm cooking and close it when I'm not cooking. It's not a really big deal. We put some nice fairy lights up here, going all the way around. Then we have the bed up here. When we first got the bus for the first year, I had a 5-inch mattress up here, a Lucid 5-inch, because every van conversion video I was watching was talking about, you know, 5-inch, so you had enough space between the ceiling and the bed, all this stuff. I found that it's plenty of space. Don't worry about it. I mean, my conversion anyways, it was plenty of space. So I ended up getting a new mattress that's a bit thicker. I think this mattress is a 10-inch mattress. So now it sticks out a little bit over here. Before it didn't stick out. But this is really comfortable. Up there we have the AC unit. I'll use that sometimes in the summer times, but for the most part I just keep all the windows open. But it's plenty of space up here. Tons of space. You can sleep 2 people up here comfortably. No worries about it. Especially if one of you are super, super tall, I can just come over a bit. And then over here we have the inverter button. And then we have the solar monitor. This will tell me if I'm doing good by the smiley face or not. See, I've got a full battery right now. It tells me how much I'm taking in from the solar panel, and then tells me how much I'm using. So yeah, so for the solar, we have a 230 watt solar panel, and we have 2 deep cycle batteries. They're 140 amp hours each. We parallel connected them, so there's 280 amp hours total. And in the summer times, we have so much power. It's no problem at all. I've been able to run the TV for movie marathons, whatever you want to do. Plus I have the fridge running 24 hours. We're using the lights, all this stuff. It's not an issue, really. The power is awesome in the summer times. The winter times, everybody knows this. It's a little bit, you have to conserve your energy. You can't be watching TV. You should be just watching your phone or your laptop or whatever. So yeah. So next we will show you the trunk space. Let's go. All right. So, as you can see, the door's not finished yet. It's still a project I have to do. I just don't have a ton of time. I try to build this out as best as possible. We have a top shelf up here. I keep all the coolants, windshield washer fluid, transmission fluids, all that stuff. And so yeah, here is the trunk. What I try to do with the trunk, I wanted as much space as possible down here. I wanted primo storage, because I know I was going to hoard a lot of things while traveling. So I went 33 inches from the top to the bottom. I was going to put mountain bikes in here and a rack to come out and in. Just never got around to it. Instead, I filled this thing up with lots of other stuff. We've got a shit ton of water for when we go way out into the woods. I've got 4 more of these tanks here that can do the quick disconnects. All I do is take the top off, put them on this, boom, they can go in. Plus an extra fresh water here for when we're camping. We can just drink in and out of it. I've got extra gas there. Then I have a boat. I have a tarp, chairs. We have another chair out there. Barbecue pit, tools, coals. This is all our stuff for the boat. Tons of storage here. And then we have lights as well in here, and a light switch over here. So yeah, I really wanted storage. This is right underneath the bed here. That's why the bed's so high up. And then show you guys over here. This is the power setup here. I did it myself, so yeah, maybe it doesn't look the most amazing, but not bad for a first timer. So we've got the pure sine wave inverter over there. We've got the MPPT solar charge controller. MPPTs are the best out of them. We've got the fuse box here. I've connected it. So here, actually, I'll give you guys a detailed one. So for anybody looking on how to connect their solar setup, I'll show you guys right now. We have the 2 batteries here. You have the inverter, the charge controller, and then you have your fuse panel. What we did was we ran the solar panels in to the charge controller. Then you have wires running from the charge controller down to the batteries. Then you have, in the 3rd slot, wires running into a large fuse. This is a 125 amp fuse. And then from that, it goes up into the fuse panel, and then everything in the bus is coming from the fuse panel and into the bus. The inverter is directly connected to the batteries itself, and then we have 2 extension cords that go out and into the bus. I showed you guys one was behind the kitchen, and the other one is up in the box that's connected to the TV. It's actually not too hard, it's pretty simple. My biggest challenge was since I'm new to this, when I was connecting things together, some of the connections got loose as I'm driving, so I've constantly been having to retighten things. But other than that, this was a pretty easy setup, pretty easy thing to do. I just used Google, I just used YouTube. So yeah, anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But that's our solar setup right there. These batteries are amazing. The Eaton batteries are amazing. So that's the trunk space there. So when I was putting the bus together, I really wanted the inside to look amazing. I didn't give a fuck about the outside. I don't care what the outside looks like. This is stealth camping anyways. So I kind of wanted to blend in as much as possible to places I was parking. So the outside's a bit rusty, it's beat up, it's got bumps, dents. Who cares? That actually adds to you being able to park in a lot more spaces. Nobody's ever going to assume that you're living in this. But I put all my money into the inside and into the mechanical. Always make sure your mechanical is A1. I've put on stupid amount of money in the past year, making sure the tires are on point, your rotors, your brakes, everything is good to go for your road trips. So there's the bus. Hope you guys enjoy this tour, and talk to you guys later. Peace.